Hi, I'm Robert Proctor with MultiSoft Corporation, and today I'm here with Steve Richards from Reese Richards, the preeminent, in my opinion, legal firm in the network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct marketing space. So Steve, I appreciate you taking some time today. So I want to ask you a question, because lawyers and legal tends to be the last thing that clients want to think about when they're starting a network marketing company. Why is it more important than ever that it's actually one of the first things before they even launch their company that they talk to a lawyer such as yourself?
Oh wow, good question, Robert. And there's a lot of reasons why it's extremely important to get out in front of the legal issues immediately when you're starting a company. I mean, obviously the biggest thing you need to be concerned about is whether or not the compensation plan is properly structured, so that you're not inadvertently running some sort of regulated or illegal type of business through your compensation plan. Most notably, of course, is the pyramid scheme, but there's other things that we have to look for as well. So you don't want to get a compensation plan designed, or you don't want to get a program, you don't want to launch with it and then find out later on, you've got to make some hard choices.
They become expensive to change, yeah.
Extremely expensive, yes. Yeah, so I mean, that's reason number one. Then we also want to create a culture, right? A culture that is about compliance and product sales and things like that. And it's easier to create that controlling culture if you understand what the rules are at the outset. And rather than dialing back things after you've launched, because you come a little too late to the attorney and find out that what you've been doing is really not great for legal exposure. So yeah, get on those things at the outset, and hopefully that will help ensure the longevity of the company.
Okay, I'm curious, is there any MLM laws? Because I get clients saying, oh, we've got to comply with the MLM laws. Are there any MLM laws on the books that drive our industry called MLM laws, or are they governed by a law?
Well, there are a few MLM laws at the state level.
Okay.
A handful of states have actual MLM laws, concerning buybacks, registrations. They might actually even define what an MLM is. But really the more important thing to be aware of are the anti-pyramid laws. And that's really what's going to impact how you set up the company, how you design the compensation plan, how you run consumer protection laws. Those are the most important. So we have an MLM case law, yes, but we say anti-pyramid laws and other consumer protection laws that are important.
You mentioned something about certain states having laws. If I'm going to launch a network marketing company, our clients, do they have to register in certain states that they're a network marketing company?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got their 5 states that are direct selling network marketing companies registered before they get launched. Those states would be Georgia, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Montana, and Ohio. So we want to make sure the company is registered as a multi-level marketing company that actually start offering the opportunity in those states. They can sell the products without registering customers in those states, but if they want to start recruiting distributors and all that in those states, they do need to get registered.
Okay. I know you and I have had conversations on this topic about why it's so important to have customers in the organization and not just focus on distributors.
Yeah.
Are companies and network marketing companies required to have a minimum number of customers in order to avoid being on these radars of these organizations and watchdog companies?
Well, the short answer is yes. You've got to have a certain volume of purchases coming from customers. And when I say customer, a person who is not signed up as a distributor. And what the legal requirement comes down to is does the program emphasize recruiting, or does it emphasize selling the company's products and services to customers? Right. So if the primary source of revenue for the company is coming from customers, then the emphasis is more on sales than recruiting. So we don't have a percentage that is defined by any statute, but through interpretation of case law, you need to have minimum 51% of your sales going to customers.
Okay, understood. Is there any questions you'd like to ask me that might give some value to our audience watching?
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about how MultiSoft, your company, can help an MLM company that understands some of these legal things I just talked about. How would you help them comply or remain in compliance? I mean, are there features that you can, in your software, can help them do that?
Yeah, there's actually, I think what's one of the most important features of our software is an income statement that is dynamically generated in our software. So and I know that one of the biggest problems with our industry is people making false income claims. We actually have within our software, in real time, we'll determine all of the number of distributors, all of the number of customers, the sales, how much the top distributors are making, what the average distributor is making, what the average. So you're familiar with an income statement that's required, and most companies don't like to put their income statement. And let's face it, most startup companies don't want to put an income statement online because they don't have any income.
Right.
They don't have any distributors. They don't have any sales.
Right.
For our clients, they can turn it on whenever they want. And we recommend, once they get good 6 figures or even 5 figures in sales, and those in commissions, that they turn it on. But our income statement system will dynamically show in real time the compliance of what the company is saying. The other thing is we're able to take what you design for our clients, which is terms and conditions, policies and procedures, distributor enrollment requirements, and make sure that those are put into the languages so when the distributor is enrolling, they're agreeing to the terms and conditions that you've provided. They've agreed to the policies and procedures. They've agreed to auto ship policies, refund policies, and cancellation policies. So we've got, I think, 7 different ways that distributors have to agree to certain things that you, as a legal advisor to our clients, have said these things need to be agreed upon. So we're able to take a lot of things that are taken advantage of and put into the software to do it as legal as possible. The other thing we also do is try to work with our clients to make a focus on retail sales and not on just enrollment distributors.
Those are great. I really am intrigued by this dynamic income disclosure.
I'd be happy to show it to you.
That's a fascinating concept.
It is. It's very cool.
Yeah, because the income disclosure statement needs to be current, right? We can't be showing one from 4 or 5 years ago and say this is what it is because it's most likely it's not. So I think that's
this is actually showing. This is showing in real time. Absolutely real time. So.
All right,
Steve, I appreciate the time today. I hope the audience got some value
Thank you.
from this. And
yes.
Again, Steve from Reese Richards. Thank you guys.
All right. Thanks.